Namaste all. Very good evening. This is Vishnath Reddy from PANI. How are you doing? Yeah, today we are live with another founder. Okay, so we also have live walkthrough and giveaways as well. So let's get started. We also have founder with us. Let me go live. Okay. Yeah, now
Awesome.
Sarthak. Hi.
Hi, Vishwanath.
Hi.
I am audible. I just want to double check it once.
Yeah, you are audible. And you
Awesome.
as well. Yes.
Awesome.
So how are you doing?
Awesome. I am doing great. What about you?
Yeah, I'm good as well. Thank you.
Great, great, great. And where are you calling from, by the way?
Sorry.
Where are you calling from? Like in terms of which
Yeah,
part of
Andhra
the country?
Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh, India.
Awesome, awesome. That's great. That's great.
What about you?
I am calling from Noida.
Okay, yeah, great.
Yeah.
So, okay, we can get started. So let me briefly explain how it goes usually. Usually we get started with the introduction, more of
Yeah.
your personal introduction, like how you got into entrepreneurship, and then about your product, like Finder, and then team behind it, and like how many members are there, when it started, how it started, that and all. And then usually again we shift to product, a live walkthrough, otherwise a tour, kind of that. And then at the end we will take questions from the community.
Okay. Sounds
So
good.
usually,
Yeah.
yeah, this is more of 45 minutes to 60 minutes. Yeah,
Awesome. Okay, let's do it that way.
yeah,
Do you want to take it first, or should I just go ahead with it?
yeah. Please go ahead. Just yeah,
Awesome, great. So I will take over the screen for a second.
yeah. Please.
Not for a second, actually for a lot of time, but yeah. So just allow me to share the screen. I hope it's visible.
Yes.
Great. Yeah, I think I will go ahead with my monologue and just give you a bit of presentation about what Finder is about and why did we start it, and then we can go to the demo.
Yeah.
Uh,
Meanwhile, introduce about yourself actually, personally. Uh, so your role and how it started for you, just to have a personal one.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, let me do that. So again, I am Sarthak. At Finder, I'm looking after sales and marketing. We have been doing it for past 1 year now. How did I like? What has been my career so far? So before this, I used to work at a early stage venture capital firm. Over there, I was a startup analyst, investment analyst. Over there, I was analyzing different startups, interacting with founders, seeing how startups are being built. Then I worked there for 1.5 years. After that, all of us came together, realized that there's a problem like this, all of us have been facing. And then, yeah, we started working on Finder. Now it's been 1 year. We launched 3 months back, and since then we have been going great, essentially, as per our understanding. So yeah, this is bit about me, and I think a lot of my description is sort of also attached with Finder. So I think once we go through this slide, that will also come along with it. So yeah, i
Yeah,
hope
sure.
I hope we can now go ahead with this.
Yeah, please.
Awesome. Great. So yeah, at Finder, we're essentially building, an AI-powered answering engine on top of your workplace app. So Finder is essentially AI-powered answers using workplace app. This is what we want to solve, right? This is a one-liner, typical one-liner for us. What is our solution? Typically, in simple words, AI that answers all of your work-related question. You have any question about your work? Ask it on Finder. You have any question about your workplace around the data which can be in your workplace app? Ask it to Finder, right? That is our solution. What is our vision? We want to be your go-to assistant. If you have any question about work, we want you to go to Finder and then solve it from there. It's not just about question. If you have anything related to do to work, we just want you to go to Finder and then maybe start doing your work from there. So we want Finder to be just like a hub in your in your work life, where your different spokes are different points of communication in your whole work. So we want to be the hub in your work life. So that is our vision. um Bit about team: we are 7 people strong. These are three of us co-founders. Three people came together a year back and started this around in April previous year, right? Nishkarsh, he comes from a background of product and growth. Before this, he used to work at a US based startup where he was looking after their growth, and then later shifted to product division. So I have a good amount of knowledge about that. Utkarsh is a typical techie. Before this, used to work at Amazon, build their global crawler team, has very good understanding of how to build scalable systems. And then it's me. As I mentioned before this, I used to work at a Delhi-based venture firm. Did about invested in about 20-25 startups back then, and yeah, learned a lot about how the whole ecosystem works, right? Apart from that, we have one designer, one front-end engineer, and two interns. And apart from that, we also have a few consultants helping us in building the product, right? So all in all, we have a strong team, dedicated team, working toward this product day in and day out, right? So I think the biggest question, which is what does Finder AI offers, right? So Finder offers a workplace search, so you can search across multiple apps through Finder. B, Finder offers an AI assistant. So what I mean by that is, once you have maybe gotten certain context, on top of that, now you can start asking questions on it. Which is, let's say you got certain email, you can ask something like, hey, can you summarize this? Or hey, who were the main, who was the POC from that particular company, or who was the leading conversation in that particular email, or can you maybe create a draft based on this existing knowledge. So essentially, that it's typically Chat GPT, but on your knowledge, or on your results, is what Finder AI assistance is about. Multi-account support, this feature essentially says that, let's say if you have 5 Gmail IDs, just like me, maybe you have an admin ID, you have a accounts ID, you have a HR ID, you have a support ID, you're doing everything essentially in your workplace, right? And you want to integrate all of them, because you don't want to toggle between all of them and then spend your day like that. So with multi-account support, you can connect maybe, let's say, 5 Gmail, you can connect 4 Slack channels or whatever app you integrate, basically multiple accounts of a single app, right? Now, what is preview? Preview is, you can see the content of the particular result from Finder itself. So you don't need to leave Finder to see the content of a particular result. So we want to make sure that you saw every single problem of yours is solved within Finder, and you're not wasting even a single second when you're working in your day-to-day time. So yeah, I mean, this is what we have to offer. um, then there's this question that generally comes from LTD community, which is, will this tool go bust, right? On so yeah, the answer for why Finder is here for long run, I think there are three primary reasons for that. First is existing customers. We already have three paying customers, actually four now. We recently closed one. So we are already at 18K ARR, 6K more in pipeline. After that, we've closed good amount of it. So we have solid customer profile right now, and that too we have built in past 3 months. So I think that is internally, I think from a SaaS POV, that is a good number, and we can easily grow it to 100K by the end of this year, right? Then we have awesome investors with us. People for investors from US and India have backed us. They have been super helpful. They have been super believers, and they're also talking about for our next round. Essentially, helping us with our next round. Then third thing, which personally me and our whole team is excited about, is the growing market. This whole segment of enabling AI in your workplace, or building that AI assistant, or just bringing that AI to your knowledge doc in some sense, is a rapid growing market. I think this is one of the hottest market out there. Our biggest competitor, Glean.com, is the hottest AI startup right now. So essentially, market is signaling that they want a solution like this, and considering it is a very difficult it is a difficult problem to solve. We believe since we are early movers and having that advantage of growing market, we can grow a lot from here, and we can be we can actually take a big chunk of that market from here. And yeah, so this is one of the main reason why we are super excited internally. And these three combined, these this trio is why I believe Finder is here for a long term, because we have every core aspect of it, which is existing customers, awesome investors, growing market, and obviously an awesome team as well, right? So this is why we think Finder will stay here for longer. Now, integrations. What all integrations do we provide? Currently, we provide these. Dropbox is also done. We haven't announced it yet. HubSpot is also done. We haven't announced it yet. Salesforce is also done. So these three we are releasing. Apart from that, we have a list of integrations that I have sort of shared with the community as well, and we have multiple integrations on our roadmap, so they are also coming in. But essentially, we will be launching at least 1 to 3 integrations every week from now on. That is our integrations plan. What about security? I think this is a very big question, that what happens if my data is leaked. First of all, we are SOC 2 and ISO certified. So these two measures essentially ensures that we are following all protocols that are to be followed around security. So that is definitely there. And apart from that, we don't store any data of yours. I think this is one of the main reasons why we started Finder. When we started Finder, our like we were looking for around the competition, right? And we came across Glean, we came across other competitors as well, and all of them were storing data. And our first thought was, hey, I don't want to do that. Isn't there a better solution, right? And we went on our whole research bit, that hey, can we actually solve it without storing data? And then we realized that hey, there is a little solution for that. And that was one of the main reason why we started Finder, is that we want to solve this problem without storing any data, because your data should be yours, not anyone else's. And yeah, anything can happen with that. And I don't no one has no one wants the data to be there with someone else, right? So yeah, security is definitely there, so you don't have to worry about that. These are few of our clients. These folks trust us. So these are typical tech companies based out of India and US. Um, then addressing few common FAQs. Local storage support. LTD community has been very vocal about this, that they want local storage support, but I unfortunately it will take some time from here. Primary reason for that is it requires a lot of research. We need at least 1.5 months research on that, and then at least 1.5 month of building period. So we will at least need 3 months from here to support local storage. But we are doing that. We already started research. Please stay with us, and we will build it out. Integrations plans, as I mentioned, that we will be launching 1 to 3 integrations every week from here. And then limitations on chat with results. I think there has been this doubt in our pricing, that hey, like let's say if it's mentioned that you only have 5,000 searches with chat with result per month, even in let's say entire 5, so do I only have 5,000 chats? No, that's not the case. 5,000 is what we provide from our end, and after that you can use your own key and you will have unlimited chats. So that is how it is happening. It's not that you only have 5,000 per month, even if you use your key or not. So yeah, that is also answered. Would love to answer any more questions down the line after this, right? And yeah, this is all we have. Do we have any questions? Should we take questions first and then go to demo, or what do you suggest?
Yeah, we have a few questions coming. So meanwhile, so in this one, uh, uh, actually I also have some questions. I used to use Microsoft 365
Okay.
and Google Workspace as well. They
Yeah.
have actually their own inbuilt search and inbuilt AI program, kind of a
Yeah.
co-pilot if you are using Microsoft 365. So in that as well, actually they are bringing AI everywhere into each and every application. We can even search it, and also we can perform some little task like summarizing them, asking questions like chatting with them. Okay, so it is different from those programs?
Um, Two answers for that. Let's say if you want to connect multiple accounts, right? First of all, with those, tools, or those AI features, you can only chat within your account, which is, let's say, Vishwanath at the rate PANI.in.com, right? With Finder, you can connect multiple accounts, even if it's of Gmail, Microsoft, or other of the same thing, right? Second biggest difference is, see, in today's time, your knowledge is scattered in different apps, and I think this was one of the primary thesis of starting the Finder, that it's not just stored in Gmail, it's not just stored in Microsoft, it's also stored in, let's say, Slack. It's also stored in, let's say, if you're using
Notion.
Jira, Notion, it's also stored in those apps, right? And if you're it's also stored in HubSpot. And if you don't have access to that information while asking a question, you're only getting 50% of the information, or even 30% of the information. And see, as humans, making judgment based on that 30% information is not the right way to do it. Unless or until you don't make a judgment based on the whole information, you're not making the right judgment. So our whole thesis is that you need to connect all of those scattered apps and then bring that knowledge to you. And that's why, even if Microsoft and Google launches their products, there are high chances where people like us might not find it that useful, because our information is like, our other information is not getting collated there. It is good for certain tasks like summarizing stuff, and just understanding that, hey, what all emails did I receive today, but not beyond that, which is where the primary purpose of Finder is to solve all of the work related questions. So yeah, that's how we think, it's not solving the problem that we are solving. Different problem solutions is how I would put it.
Yeah, I agree. Especially for with enterprises, I think this may not suit them because most of them they stick to single software. Like it can be MS365 or all purposes, and also if it is something they are using Google Workspace, they will use that, and if they are using Zoho suite of products, they will stick to that. So most probably they don't use the third party one. Yeah, but in some cases, especially with startups and SMBs and SMEs,
Yeah.
actually the information is scattered everywhere else.
You know,
So
Actually, so sorry to cut you there, but you will be surprised when doing this. Whichever enterprise you're pitching in, whether it's a bank or some enterprise of 5,000, 1,000 people, right?
yeah,
Even we had the same thought that they will be whole on Microsoft, but apparently people are using apps. So there is this data around right now that an average enterprise is actually using around 130, 140 SaaS apps. So even though they are heavily dependent on Microsoft, their team are using different applications, and that is causing the main trouble. Because apparently Microsoft cannot build everything.
yes,
And
yes,
yeah, I mean, just to put it out, like, people are actually using more apps, and this was a surprise for us as well. That people are
okay, yeah.
more than 130, 140 apps at this point.
Yeah, of course, of course. I only work with means as part of my job actually. So I only work with 4 to 5, otherwise maximum 10 enterprises as a client, otherwise vendor. In that cases, yeah, there we yeah, I was into banking sector, so there was strict rules anyway. So
Yeah.
we cannot use the outside third party apps. So yeah, maybe yeah,
Okay.
I was restricted, the limited there.
Did
But
you?
yes, I agree. Sometimes I worked with startups, especially in Hyderabad T Hub.
Yeah.
There we were using Microsoft 365,
Yeah.
but still we had to go for Slack and we had to go for Notion. We had to go for Jira as part of the daily work
Yeah.
management. Yes.
So sorry for cutting you here, and it's just that you are, since we are having this conversation, but even in banks, do you remember, like, that, have you ever interacted with Lintra? Because majority of the banks use Lintra for their, sort of double checking, book checking
Yes, yes.
purposes. Then they use Salesforce for the
VPN and all.
CRM. Then they
Yes.
use Salesforce for their CRM. I'm talking about Indian banking tech stack, right? And then there was another app, yeah, TCS ka bank or something,
Terminals.
PANI,
Terminals.
right? Yeah. So even in banks, right, like, they have certain softwares which they are heavily dependent on, and this was one of the use cases that we were talking with the Indian banks about. That, yeah, that's how we can integrate with you guys. But yeah, so sorry to cut
Yeah,
you
it's
there.
okay. It's okay. No, yeah. But in that case, as you said, anyway, so in that case, I have another question now. Then,
Yeah,
so there are some cases where they will host these applications on their own servers. So,
yeah.
is there any way Finder can be set up like that, or
Yes,
it's just a cloud one?
we already have that technical capability inbuilt with us, but the problem is we might not be able to provide it to the LTD community now, and the simple reason for that is because that require our resources.
Yes,
I
of
mean,
course.
the person I'm self-hosting right now needs one DevOps engineer full time with them, so I cannot do it at LTD.
No,
But I
no,
still,
that is for mostly for enterprises.
yeah.
Startups cannot offer that time actually, not even money, time to set them up, monitor them, those and all. Yeah, I
But
agree.
yes, we have that tech built internally. We can self-host or do on-prem solutions.
Yeah, that's great. So, uh, in that case, actually, so what is your target segment?
Oh, this is an interesting question. Even we are sort of discovering new target segments every day. So earlier our target segment was tech companies or marketers, or folks like those. But recently now we've started receiving interest from shipping companies or telecom groups, and
Okay.
now we're also like, and we are already closing deals with them. So internally we are also now figuring out, hey, I mean these guys are also interested. So yeah, but earlier it was tech companies and primarily marketers and startups in general, uh, who are very much tech savvy, who use apps like these and need to sort of generate a lot of data. Yeah, those were all.
Yeah, but I think like non-techies love this application more than techies
Yeah,
actually, because yeah, I was there at same situation. So I used to find the documents here and there by bookmarking them, managing them easily. But I had to lead my marketing team where they were more of like non-techies. Even though they know technology, they don't want to use it more. So in those cases actually they love this actually, so they'll
yeah,
sit at one place and they'll search from that point of place
exactly.
rather than going to multiple applications. Yeah,
Yeah. And that's why I said marketing is a great use case for us, and we were also discovering that now, and we are, yeah, we're in that discovery phase, of exploring new niche, new ICPs. But yeah,
exactly. Yeah, that's great. Okay, so we have also got some questions already from our community.
yeah,
Let me take them. So what is the integration
with other apps beside Google,
with
Google
other
Ads.
apps besides Google? Google has a good enough search engine across the workspaces.
So, maybe currently we support again Gmail, G Drive. That's there. We support the Microsoft ecosystem, which is Outlook, your Word, Excels of the world, and then we also support Teams and OneDrive. So that is done with the Microsoft. Then we support Atlassian ecosystem, which is Confluence and Jira. Then we support Notion, and then we support Slack right now. Internally, we already built Dropbox, Salesforce, and HubSpot. We haven't just announced it yet. That is there, and every week you will at least see one or two integrations launching now, because it took us some time to figure out a scalable solution, but now we have done that and we will launch one to two integrations every week.
Okay. The current apps for searching through workspaces are quite limited. Yes, yeah, they are yet to covered actually. So, how many more apps do you intend to integrate per month? Yeah, you already answered actually.
Yeah, and you can assume 50 apps in next 2 to 3 months we will have that.
Do you have any plan to add such filters?
So I think I didn't show the demo. Let me for the demo. I think that should
Yes,
look.
yeah, not yet.
I hope my screen is visible.
Yeah, it's visible.
Awesome. So this is Finder. I'm on Mac. I just pressed Option Space and this window appeared. This is our integrations page. Let me try and uh, let me connect that. So I just need to click on Add More, select my account, typical Google Auth process, and it will take few seconds, and it's done. And that's how you connect your account to Finder, right? And similarly, I've connected my accounts with G Drive, with Slack, Notion, and Microsoft, right? Now let's try and search something. So this is one of our query that I show a lot to people, which is I want to get my outreach email. Whatever outreach emails have we written till now? So I can just write at Finder, outreach emails shared by my team. So now what Finder will do is it will understand this query, it will break it down, and then it will pass it through all of those apps, and yeah, then it has given me certain results, which is, it has given me results from Google Docs, from Notion, and yeah, and it has also given me some sort of context, which is your team has created outreach template for VP of customer success, CRO, CTO, and CIO, which it has taken from this particular page. And it has also given me the ID and the date of creation, so that you get to know when did I actually create that document, right? Now, let's say if I want to view the content of this particular document, I can just click here. It will take its own time, and it has given me the context of it. So this is what's actually written in this document. Again, we're improving on the formatting of it, but yeah, that's how you can see all of the content, and you don't even need to leave Finder to do anything. And you can also click here, and you will be taken to that exact document, right?
Okay.
So that is essentially what you can do with Finder. Now let's try and ask Finder something, or let's use Finder to create something. Let's try and create a you know email for product teams. I can ask Finder create email for product teams based on templates. Now, what Finder will do is it will again understand this query. It will go through all of this content, and then it has written me a certain result, which is it has followed the same format. Let me just go up there. Subject, 3 4 line subject. It has written elevator product team collaboration. So it has also taken this into account that I'm talking about product teams there. And then it has written me the email in certain form, which is, not at max 3 4 lines, which is also similar here, 3 4 lines, right? So essentially, Finder understood this query, took context of all of these results, and then returned me the relevant answer, right? Now this is what you can do with Finder. Now there was one question around app filters. So you can just come here, and then you can select which app do you want to search from. So if I just if I even remove everything, and let me just type this Powell.in. So what will happen is Finder will now only return results which are from this particular, which are from Gmail. Again, it will take some time, but yeah, see, it has only returned the results from Gmail. So yeah, that this is how you can use app filters for now. I can then select or clear or whatever I want to do. This is our desktop app. We also have a web app. Sorry, app.com. Yeah, this is our web app, and we also have a mobile app. Let me show you how to download it. You can just go at the footer and just click there, and you can also download a mobile app. Um, but yeah, essentially, this is a short demo finder. I hope I covered that question. Again, happy
Yeah.
to answer.
So mobile app is for Android or iOS both.
So it's a progressive web app. So you can
Okay,
download it anywhere, even iPad, wherever you want to download it.
got it. Okay, so here is the next question. Any plan to come up with app? Yeah, native maybe maybe native mobile app.
Um, Yes, we can. But right now you can use Finder on mobile, right? Like I use Finder on my mobile, honestly. So I mean, it shouldn't matter that much. But yeah, the point is, if you can use Finder on mobile, why do we need to come up with a mobile app right now when we can focus on something else? So yeah, why to get into that whole development cycle if you already have progressive web app?
Yeah, sure. Okay, how are we being charged for the bring your own key for each search?
See, for BYOK, I mean, we don't charge you, right? Like, whatever OpenAI bill comes in, or whatever the bill comes in, you are charged that. And for search, I think you have to go through the plan. Let's say if you are a tier 5 member, you have unlimited searches, you have unlimited seats, and you have 5,000 queries from our end. And after that, your key will come into place if you want to search more, right? So,
Okay.
if I understood the answer question right, we are not charging anything for BYOK. OpenAI is, and for each search, it depends upon your plan. Like, how much search limit do you have, or chat limit do you have?
Okay, is there any idea like how much does OpenAI charges us for each query?
Um, See, honestly, it's very difficult to tell you, but um, like Rough idea, my rough idea will be OpenAI might charge you 1 cent per query. Again, it depends on context, like how big the
Yeah,
context is. But yeah,
yeah.
1 cent, 1.5 cent for per query.
Okay,
That's my guess. Yeah.
okay. Okay, I won't be staying for today's live stream. I will watch replay, something like that. Replay.
No worries, Victor.
Yeah. Um, does it search the contents of files, example in Notion?
Um, Notion has recently went bad. Earlier it was able to, so now we are, that's why we have put beta on in top of Notion, because now we're correcting our Notion. So right now, just for Notion, you can only search title, but yeah, we are bringing other things. But yeah, just for Notion, it's that. But yes, it can search content of things. Let's say if you have a PDF on G Drive, or if you have if you have lots of conversations on Slack, you can search through all the content of that. So yeah, it can do it for all of those apps. Notion we are fixing.
Okay. Search history.
Search history log. Shuja, you will be happy to hear this. You will have this by this Friday. This Friday we are doing a product update, and this is included there.
Okay,
So we will have
great.
search history by then.
How about security? Does it have 2FA?
Security, as I mentioned, we don't store data. We are already SOC 2 compliant. We are already ISO compliant. We are already in process of getting GDPR. So we have all those certificate securities in place. 2FA, we haven't implemented it yet, because we believe Google's 2FA is strong enough at this moment. But if required, we can implement 2FA as well. But yeah, not yet. We haven't done that. But I think those certificates sort of ensures that we're following all the laws. And again, we never store your data.
How long will be history visible? Yeah.
Oh, good question. I have to get back to you on that. I don't have a right update on this. I have to ask my team like how long are we actually making it. I think. Oh no, I have the answer. 100 past 100 searches. You will have history for your past 100 searches. I remember it now.
Okay. Does it store any cache?
Yes, there is cache. To make our results faster, we have we store cache. And second is, where are the data centers, especially for European customers? Right now, we have data centers in US and India. I think if we become GDPR compliant, that shouldn't be an issue for European customers as well, because GDPR is the prima facie there, right? But yeah, it's in US and India.
Okay. Okay. Any plan to show searches
Uh,
like Google Trends do?
Google Trends do. Trend do. I have to check like Google Trend. Sorry, I haven't used Google Trend much.
Okay. It's kind of, I think, top 10 searches kind of stuff. Auto
Top
search. Yeah. Like
top
auto suggestions. One is auto suggestions, and another one is like top 10 searches based upon the location, something like that, are visible in Google Trends. So most
Okay.
probably those are not required, as this is dealt individually and more of confidential information within the organization. So not sure. Yeah.
Okay, so Google Trend is that for that one. Let's say if some topic is trending, and I can just search it there, and it will tell me that when it was searching, who all are searching and what's the volume of it, right? Yeah, I don't think we would need that. If an admin needs it for their internal purposes, we might think of it. But yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
But not
that,
for individual. Yeah.
yeah, not for individual.
May not be useful. Yes. Okay. Uh,
Oh,
there
awesome.
was a be like okay. Okay.
Can it
Can
read?
it read an email attached PDF file?
Yes, it can.
Okay.
How does
How
this?
does it this integrate with company apps, not exported data but apps?
So you're talking about. Internal apps that teams build internally. Um, if you can just help me with that, or something else.
Okay.
If it's
Yeah,
if it's answered. If it's internal
maybe
app,
they have to. Yes. Sorry. Please
no,
carry on.
please continue because I think they're talking about internal apps at this point because not exported data but apps. Yeah. So if it's internal app, we don't have that capability now, but it's just a matter of building a unified platform for us so that we can connect with those internal apps. But not right now. It is again on our roadmap. We want to do this because a lot of companies have their internal apps, but not now. Yeah.
Okay. Can we export our search results? I think search for purpose of archiving search results.
Um, this is the first time we're getting this request. I mean, we can easily build this. That's not a problem. But yeah, if users demand it, like let's say if there are three more demands, why not? We will build this feature out. Yeah, I mean, yeah, as I mentioned, right, like if there is demand for it, we will build it because it's not a difficult problem to solve.
Yeah. Okay. Can we add tags on particular results and we required just select based on tag allocated?
Tag allocated, yeah, just like Google, right? Um, Interesting. We're coming up with a concept called collections, wherein you can select certain results and form a collection out of that, and then maybe start chatting with them, share it with your team, and basically I have a collection of certain results. So first we're launching that. Let's see if that solves the problem. If that does not solve the problem, then we can also release tags because again that is not a difficult problem to solve. Like these are just UI UX changes that can be done maybe in 2 3 days sprint. So yeah,
Okay. Can it integrate with boost space?
unfortunately not right now. We have received good demand for it, but yeah, our team is looking into it. This boost space integration. I think it's a pretty popular LTD tool. Uh,
Yeah, that is more of like what's a make.com plus Airtable. So more of data is stored in the Airtable kind of database. So you should be able to integrate that.
yeah, we are working on this as well.
Yeah. Will the data be shared among all the members of a workspace, or will the search be member specific?
Okay, let me put it this way. Whatever information you have access to, you will be able to search through that. I won't be able to search through that. No other coworker of yours will be able to search through that, even if it's your boss. So whatever data you have access to, you will only search through that. So we are very protective about your data and your privacy. So yeah, no one else can search through it. Only you can search through it based on the access that you have.
Okay, so in that sense, actually, it's like more of it will follows the granular or access permissions provided by
Ex-
those apps to the user. It's not
exactly.
going to override. Yes,
Exactly. So if let's say in Google Sheet it has provided access to three people, then only those three people will be able to get context
find
that.
that in the results. Yes.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay. Right. Yeah. AI search engine search across any every internal app in your company's tech stack effort. Yes, 100% true.
Yeah. And I think it's coming from his like their previous question, which is if you can integrate with company apps. So yeah, I think that's where they mentioned that. I saw that.
Yes,
But you're
yes,
talking
yeah.
about internal apps, right? If you can help clarify that once for me, that will help me because let's say, for example, I was talking with this pharma company recently. They have built their own version of Airtable. So that I think that is how you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, probably that is the case actually, because not just that, there are a lot of open source applications where we can host them in internally, like Odoo, something like ERP Next.
Yeah.
Uh, there are some sort of databases, CRM, and
Yeah.
is there any integration for MySQL coming up
For
database?
MySQL, oh, that's an interesting ask. So no one has asked for MySQL till now. But I would love to understand the use cases. I mean, I get the use cases that you're talking about, but yeah, since like no one has asked for it, we didn't give it a much thought till now. So
Yeah,
yeah,
sure, sure. Yeah, that's what. You have to go by the demand as well. Anyway,
yeah.
so integrating sharing with boot space may lead to a data security issue. Okay, not sure
Okay,
how.
I have to check with that. Yeah, because we can integrate with Airtable. That shouldn't cause those problems. Then if like boost space security is not that good, yeah, then maybe we have to
No,
check.
it's not that actually. We are not opening up Finder to boot space. We are accessing the database from the boot space. So it is one way. So
Yeah,
there shouldn't be any concern. I think so.
yeah, exactly, exactly.
Are you considering integrating with WordPress? Okay, yeah. We missed this question.
Yeah, there has WordPress demand like that has come in. We are actually looking at WordPress as well. But yeah, not don't have a solid answer for that right now. But yeah, we're looking at WordPress because we have recently received a lot of demand for WordPress.
Yeah, but in my understanding, actually, WordPress opens up in another direction because that
Yeah,
is not internal content management or content work management tool. That is more of a media publishing tool. So that is into another direction. So if you are going with WordPress, I think we may need to consider Shopify, Webflow,
yeah,
Wix,
exactly.
Squarespace,
Exactly. That's why
lot
we're a
of
little
applications.
conservative. That's why we're a little conservative on WordPress. That we just want to be sure that hey, we're doing the right thing with WordPress and we're taking the
Exactly.
product in the right direction with WordPress. So
Yeah.
that's why.
And
Yeah.
within WordPress as well, actually, there is a lot of stuff coming in kind of e-commerce for e-commerce, and then there are forums, there are membership programs. So there are endless possibilities, but that will take you in another direction actually altogether.
Yeah. Yep. 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 So yeah, that's why we haven't given like you haven't said anything out loud right now about WordPress.
Yeah, you have to think multiple times before announcing something related to WordPress.
Exactly.
Yeah, because it is vast, and even the other ecosystems can't beat WordPress in that endless possibilities. So we will be
Exactly.
in that loop. Yeah. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
And where can we found AOA documentation? AOA documentation. Maybe
Can you
AI documentation.
please explain what is AOI? I'm just also searching it. AOI documentation. What is AOI
Or maybe
documentation? Would you?
maybe AI documentation, like how to connect the OpenAI key, API documentation.
Oh, API documentation or search API documentation. Oh, so you're talking about if we offer API as a service, right? Like if you can integrate internally Finder and maybe call Finder from somewhere else. That is again a request that I've received a lot. We were also first surprised about the use cases that got mentioned, but yeah, we are working on this. Again, I don't have a timeline right now, but we are working on it. So yeah. I just don't want to announce things which we might not be able to deliver at that time. No, so that's why I'm just being very conservative with announcements for all of these requests.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Anyway, it should be that way. We cannot announce we cannot pounce on each and everything that is shiny.
Yeah,
We, as a product owner, you have to be in a specific direction so that you can uh, take your users in a specific solving some specific problems rather than going wider. Yeah, so that should be the case anyway.
yeah.
And I do not know if GDPR, any privacy compliance company, shared the data with third party.
Okay.
It is shared actually,
Yeah, exactly. I
as
mean,
far
if
as I
you
know,
see
because
all
yeah,
big companies in the world, right? Whichever AI company you take, big AI company, they're all GDPR compliant and they all share data with OpenAI essentially. So yeah,
yeah. Actually, as per my understanding, GDPR, HIPAA, SOC, all these are actually compliant, and they can be they can share the data to third parties. But those third parties should be also compliant with these policies, and the data should be treated properly. That's what
ex-
the condition. Otherwise, it's there is no restriction sharing the data with other apps.
exactly. Otherwise, no enterprise would be able to onboard any SaaS vendor because they cannot. Otherwise, it will become difficult for them to share data.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
Most probably that will block their Microsoft, Bing, Google, Facebook, their business primarily, because they take a lot of data from the third parties.
Yeah. So
Okay, bro, solid platform. We are
thank
making
you.
apps to on React Native for clients. Looking forward how it can integrate with that. Okay.
We're coming up with Figma. I know it's like, since you're making apps, you might be working a lot on designs, so that can be one element there. You might have tech documentation, I believe. You might be using Jira for project management, ticketing system in some sense. You might be using Google Docs otherwise. So yeah, developers use up. So surprisingly, during a product and launch, the highest cohort was developer. When we asked them why are you using our app, they said that Jira, Confluence, and tech documents. So I think that can be a good use case for you. And again, you're coming up with Figma, so that can be another use case that I have in my mind right now. If I'm come up with more, yeah, happy to walk you through that.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. These are the questions we have got from the community till now.
Awesome.
Yeah, this is very good actually. When they introduced Copilot, I was using that my MS365 were a startup, so
Yeah.
we were experimenting with that at the time. Yeah, it was restricted to few apps within MS365, and also very few features. Only we can search actually, and
Yeah.
also we can just use that Copilot for a specific AI functions like just
Yeah.
summarizing something like that. It cannot
Yeah.
do much. So maybe my question is, so what else you have in mind for Finder? Not just as a search engine, but are you going to provide any interface where you will show up some charts, analysis, uh, what's a maybe resource usage, that's kind of stuff?
Yes. So there are two, three things that we have in mind, but we still haven't sort of, picked up what's a priority of it because it will take some time. So first thing that we have in mind is essentially building an action engine. By action engine, what I mean by that is, hey Finder, can you book a meeting or plan a meeting with let's say Vishwanath for 6 p.m. tomorrow. A simple action window like this, or can you forward this email to Preeti, for example. A simple action window like that. That is one thing that we are planning to do with Finder. Another thing that we are planning to do with Finder is, and which is, hey, can you summarize my last 1 year of data about this particular document, and can you tell me what all wrong things did I did? So just even going in a very, like, building a very advanced search over here, which is that I'm going through past 1 year of your data and telling you what was your what all did you did during this year, what all topics did you wasted more of most, like,
Yes.
talked about in large sense, right? That is second thing that we're thinking about, but this will require building a very advanced search, right? This is second thing. And third thing that we are thinking about is going deep and deep in enterprises, which, as I mentioned, that building internal apps for them, and going deep into their ecosystem. But and fourth thing that we talked about, analysis, right? That is already coming in place, because a lot of people have asked us to help them with their data lakes, that can you make sense of the data lakes or not, like, can I source through that? And that has been a very fascinating use case. So now that's how we are improving our sort of sheets in some sense, sheet analysis in some sense, or how can we integrate with different data lakes applications out there. So that is something that we will definitely do. So that is another bit out there, but that is not that far fetched. It is only 3 4 months from here, but the other things that are talked about are at least 6 7 8 months or 9 months from here. So yeah, this is our plan. Apart from that, we have more plans, but it's not useful to talk about a 5 year vision at this point and say that we can do that in 5 years. So yeah, this is our 1 year, 1.5 year plan for now.
Yeah, that's great. So we have few more questions we have got. Like Finder can be like an assistant and dashboarding to give insights for consideration. Uh, yeah, that is stopped there.
Yeah.
Maybe he's
So
typing in another comment. So I think, yeah, same thing. Just as I said, like kind of a simple dashboard to give insights rather than
yeah,
just search results, maybe. And
yeah,
I have this question as well. Can it write a document? As of now, does it have getting access to create documents? Like if you would like to summarize some stuff, some multiple results, like
yeah,
uh, one example is like I'm searching for a topic, and the results are from multiple sources, like it is from
yeah,
Gmail, it is from Google Docs, it is from Slack as well. So we had
yeah,
discussed this particular thing in multiple platforms, and I would
yeah.
like to summarize them. Otherwise, I would like to draft a document based upon that. uh,
Give,
can it
give me
do in the
shoot.
future? Yeah,
I
that's
can do
great.
it right now. I can do it right now.
Yeah, that's great. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't aware actually.
Campaigns around AI and its recent season and its season development in workspace. Workplace. Let's say I've just asked a simple question that whatever campaigns have written around AI and its recent development in workplaces, Finder find me that. Now it has given me a email from with Whirlwind. It has given me marketing document that I created. It has given me a proposal that I made, and it has also given me this certain Notion doc, right? And then it is also giving me some data, and let me show you what else can we do. So recent development of AI in workplace, I mean, it has again taken a lot of data and it is written with this knowledge. Now I can ask Finder, right, for pointers on this topic. So this is a very generic question. Now what Finder will do is it will go through content of all of these data, and then it will try and write four pointers. So it has essentially written four pointers: that efficiency boost, cost reduction, competitive edge. So I hope this is what you were talking about, right?
Yeah,
Like it is
exactly, exactly. Yeah,
some
but if it can draft them into a Google Doc or something, that is also useful anyway.
yes,
So like I'll mention that write a Google Doc, otherwise write a Notion page for
yeah.
this, so that will be more useful anyway. But yeah, that is not mandatory. We can just copy paste it anyway. My
Remember,
question is,
I talked about
yes,
the action bit. I talked about the action element where schedule a meeting with them or do stuff like this.
exactly.
It will come
Yes, yes, yes.
during that time. That
Okay, okay, okay. Great. Yeah, yeah, that will be more useful because we can take action right away based upon the results actually, not just getting them copy pasting something. Yeah, that's
exactly.
good. Okay. So yeah, showing up insights as well and summarizing them. And so I have this question. It's not going beyond the data provided, right? It's not picking the general knowledge from the OpenAI or something.
No, we
It's
have
very specific from the given documents.
exactly. We have very strong guardrails. We only send the data that we have right now. We're not picking up any
Yeah, that's
Japanese
great.
content.
Okay, that's great.
We would
Okay.
rather
Yeah.
say I don't know than give you wrong answers. So that is our thought.
Exactly, exactly. Because what I observed from these normal custom GPTs, otherwise trained assistants, even though we tell that we command them, prompt them strictly to follow the guidelines, it's takes some liberty, otherwise freedom to fetch some
Yeah.
external information into the results, answers. So
No, but
that
if you
was
do a
very
proper
fast.
rag, no, like considering how rags have improved right now, if you do a proper rag, then the chances of that are reducing a lot now.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah, I understand. It takes a lot of training and yeah, that data as well. But still, if it is, I had this question because I spent around some time, a few hours on custom GPT training it.
Yeah,
Even after that, actually, if I ask some cross question,
yeah,
sometimes it answers, sometimes it skips, sometimes
yeah.
it will bring up some external source, whatever it think, and brings up some creativity as well.
Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah, I think that is an industry-wide problem, but yeah, everyone is doing their best to sort of keep it at
Yeah,
bare
that's great.
minimum. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. So for the tier one deal, what is the difference of multiple account per integration versus 5 connected accounts for workspace?
So I think in tier one we only have one workspace, right? By accounts, let me quickly show you what I mean by that. So if you see here over my integrations tab, I've connected two Gmail accounts with this one integration, which is Gmail. I've connected two G Drive accounts with this. I've connected one Slack account, right? So now essentially I've connected one, two, three, four, five, five accounts, and this is what we mean by five accounts in our tier one.
Okay.
Uh, yeah. So each email ID in some sense is one account. Now, if you connect one Jira account, that will be another account. So that's how it is in tier one.
Okay.
Can this? Okay. I hope this question was answered. If not, you can ask more. Can this integrate with P Cloud and Microsoft 365 OneDrive? OneDrive, yes. P Cloud, not right now.
Okay.
Again, a very large integration looking into it. But yeah, it's like can use case commerce and it's like roofing. E-commerce, honestly, I haven't explored, but I think content creation will be a big piece of it. And if you are into operations element of e-commerce, you have so many emails, the communication becomes a mess. So in general, communication over there, that operation element of e-commerce can be a good use case there. Again, I don't have much use case for e-commerce right now because I haven't interacted with one client till now. But I think in top of my mind, communication element, creating a lot of content because e-commerce is very dynamic business. You need to create a lot of content. That is another use case. And having a lot of sheets. I think there are a lot of sheets in e-commerce. We have multiple prices, multiple tables. So just quickly getting content out of those sheets is a good use case. Considering e-commerce is a very dynamic industry, you have a lot of data which changes very rapidly. So you need to get context very fast. So yeah, that's how you can use it in e-commerce.
Yeah, there are some use cases like regarding inventory management, especially from the admin side, like which products are fast moving, which are
Yeah,
more sales, which are out of stock, which are getting us more profits. All this
yeah,
can be searched actually, and even the minute things like we can even track an order as well.
yeah,
So if we
exactly.
have some data into a database, actually it can be a table or something else as well. So a lot
Mhm.
of there are a lot of third-party inventory management applications as well. So where they will manage all the inventory into from multiple channels like Amazon, Flipkart, Shopify, WooCommerce, or any other Magento into this particular software inventory management software. If we can connect to that, then there are lot of use cases, but yeah, we can get started with here. But if you get the demand from the actual users, then it will be more
Yeah,
productive.
it's just that I didn't, had the opportunity to interact with someone from e-commerce till now. But I'm sure when I do, I will get
Yeah,
it.
we do implement e-commerce for our clients. We manage their stores as well, but we also haven't got any solid requirement similar to that, because
You
there are
know,
some simple searches are there, so people are using that as of now.
yeah, that
But
is true.
there is scope in that.
Yeah. And one thing,
I've
good
seen.
thing about the
Yeah.
product is, so sorry to cut you over here, but what we realized till now, people actually don't know that they need something like this. But once they start using it, then they realize that, hey, actually,
Yeah,
why didn't I have something like this in my past life? So it is a product like that. So we are fully aware of that, and we know that people might think they don't need it, but just give it to them, and then after 1 month, ask them, hey, do you want it now or not? So
exactly.
that has been
Yeah,
our
a lot of there are a lot of tools like this. They We don't realize the usefulness, productivity they bring until we use them. Actually, we don't even realize. Yeah, okay, there is a product like this. There is
exactly.
some solution like this. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I agree on that. Another question is like, does it use indexing to get the response faster? Yes, of course.
No,
That is
that
as of this one. I think so. Bringing results, maybe.
yeah. Yeah, no, but we don't index your data at all. We use search APIs. And if you were through the whole call, you remember I talked about that during starting we were looking at a competition and we said that hey, they get access to all of your data. That was
Okay,
because
okay, okay.
they were
In
indexing
that
all of your
process.
information, and we don't want to do that. So
Yeah,
it
yeah,
took us
yeah.
a lot of time to figure out how to deal with search APIs. And now we have come up with a solution for search APIs because people are finicky about their data. They don't want their data to be. Imagine your data being stored in someone else's cloud. Or even if
Exactly.
you're doing on-prem solutions, imagine the data leakage that can happen, and your whole
Yeah,
data.
yeah, I understand. Now, yeah, I was also mistaken. Actually,
Yeah,
to store to index the data, actually we have to store it, we have to process
yeah,
it. So yeah, that's where a Finder is differing. It's not going to store anything. We are just bringing up the results from the APIs and show
exactly.
them in the dashboard. Yes, I agree.
Exactly, exactly. And it takes a lot of effort to send the right thing to an API, understand each API, and then give 10 results out of those 100 results. And that's what we have been doing for the past 1 year now.
Exactly. Yes, and there are a lot of limitations on each API. We have to understand that as well. So we have to process through it. We have to get them, and we have to index them. Sorry, we have to show them neatly in the dashboard.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah,
Okay, yeah, I think the LTD community uses Speak Cloud more than any other storage, so please consider it.
yeah. I
Okay,
think
sure.
we will. We are we're looking into it. I mean, I'm sorry that I don't have a date in with me right now, but yeah, we're looking into it.
Okay, yeah. Can we expect such
Yeah.
speed will be fast in the future?
Yes, you're always working on that. Earlier it was 15 seconds, now it's almost at 6 seconds. We're hoping we can bring it down to 3. So yeah, we're working on that.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, these are the questions we have got as of now. So, do you have anything special to announce? Like when the deal is going to end on AppSumo, or is there any surprises planned for us not announced yet?
So I think I in some way I did announce them. So this Friday we're coming up with a lot of integrations. This Friday we are coming up with the search history. This Friday we are coming up with little bit more UI UX changes. So that all is there. Apart from that, roadmap. Okay, we have a public roadmap. I can let me share the link in the map in the chat. Apart from that, we are still not sure when we will end the deal. We are in talks with AppSumo team around that, so that is not confirmed. And yeah, I don't think I have much more than that, because at this point we are just focused on shipping and giving product to people. So yeah, that is it from our end. How do we do? How do I okay lives? How do I make a comment? For some reason, I cannot make a comment.
No, I did actually. Roadmap, I just shared it.
Okay. Yeah. So roadmap that is on a website. I have to just share the link. I don't know how why I
Yeah,
can.
I just shared it anyway
Oh, awesome, awesome.
for all the audience. Yes. So yeah, if no indexing and I have 10 GB data, is that mean every question will search through the 10 GB?
Um, See, no, that won't happen. Like essentially, that will happen, but it's so fast that you will never feel it. I mean, not just 10 GB. We are sourcing to 100 GBs of data. Like every individual today have so much of data, right? So 10 GB is almost nothing. And you also have to think it in this way. We don't do video for now. We don't do audio for now. We only do text. So if you think about it, that text data essentially is very less. Like getting 10 GB of text is super difficult in your day-to-day life. So yeah, but we'll soon do
Okay.
audio and video figuring that out as well. But yeah, we can source to 10 GB. 10 GB is not that big of a
Yeah.
problem.
Okay. Can I pitch in? The thing is like indexing is not done by Finder,
Yeah,
but it is going to use the API by Gmail, where when we send a query to Gmail, the Gmail API itself go and search those things. So that Gmail inbuilt has an indexing and such feature. Finder
yeah,
is going to use that actually. That's
yeah.
how it works. So the Gmail search feature is like Finder search feature is as efficient as Gmail, as efficient as Google Drive, as efficient as Slack search feature. So
Actually, even
it's
better than that.
not that, yeah, we are not reinventing. We
Yeah.
are making it faster and useful, more useful.
Let me tell you how we are even better than them. Because let's say if you type something, right? Like if you type something in Gmail, like, hey, when was my call with Sarthak? Gmail will only take those words in consideration and then give a result. What we do internally is that we break those results down. We send 4 or 5 things, or even 10 things to Gmail, that when can be something like where was it, or like stuff like that. we found different adjectives of it, and then we send those 10 results to Gmail, and then we get, let's say, 100 result out of that, and then we understand which is best of them, and then we send the result to you. So
Yes.
essentially, we are sort of even better than that. People have said that Slack search is shit, and your search is working better than Slack. So that's how it's happening at this point.
Yeah, that's a great one actually.
Um, yeah, so first answer in files is first file, and the last two files will it search and compare, give better answer. It will see based on its re-ranking, it will give you whatever answer it feel is best. But essentially, you will have, let's say, 10, 12 answers with you, right? And you will have other elements like who created the document, when was the date of creation of that document. So then, based on your judgment, you can pick up which file is best. But yeah, Finder will give you the file which Finder feels is the best on top.
Okay. So is there any sorting option, like sort by recent, sort by most used document, or something like that?
We are coming up with that as well. We realized that again, this is one of the ask feature that I do different type of sortings. So yeah, we're coming up with that.
Okay, okay, that's great. The another question is, uh, yes, indexing means you need to store some of the data in their cloud, which the tool does not want to do due to data privacy and leakage. Okay, yeah. Finder use API for search, and I think the source platform will be using indexing. Yes,
Yeah.
what we discussed one. Okay,
Yes.
okay, yeah. These are the questions as of now, and yeah, we crossed 60 minutes, 66 minutes. uh, yeah.
Awesome.
So this is it from our side, I think so. Uh, do you have anything else to share with us?
Anything else? I just only have one request here. I believe that just try out the product. And my only request is just try out the product. You don't even need to buy it from AppSumo. You can try it for free for 40 days from our website, and use it. Try to use it for 2 3 days. Just little force yourself a little bit. And if you don't like it, just end up not using it, right? But yeah, my only request will be just try it, and then would love to hear your feedback. So yeah, that is my only thought and my only request to you. Just try it and then see where it takes you. Might improve your life by a lot, or might it might be what, like 20 30 minutes wasted of your life. So yeah, I'm just asking for 20 minutes of your life. So yeah, that's the only request I have.
Yeah, yeah. If it works, actually, it can save you 60 minutes a day,
Yeah,
the
exactly.
entire life. Yes.
So yeah, treat it as an experimentation, and yeah, see where it goes.
Yeah, of course, we keep trying a lot of applications to improve our life and productivity. Yeah, this is one of the a great useful product, I find. Yeah, I tried actually earlier, and now actually I'm not working much on my laptop. More of the stuff is like meeting people outside. So yeah, uh, I will also try it personally. Anyway, so
Awesome.
anyway, thank you so much for coming us here and joining us today. All the best. And so yeah, you haven't announced the date yet. Is there any tentative date for the campaign closer?
To end, see, the what we are figuring out with the AppSumo team is that should we keep it a 1 month campaign or should we keep it as a 2 month campaign?
Okay,
That we haven't decided yet. We launched on 13th of May. So if it's a 1 month campaign, it will end around Sumo Day. If it's a 2 month campaign, it will end on 13th of July.
okay,
Um,
June.
so yeah, we're still figuring that out. We haven't done it
Yeah,
yet.
fine, fine. So how is it going so far?
Oh, it's going good actually. I mean, we are getting requests that we never imagined. We are getting people that we never imagined we would have gotten, and product is shipping better. I think our team is shipping faster than ever, and we are enjoying our conversations till now, and
Yeah,
we
yeah,
are getting clarity as well that how this is how we need to go, and these are the clients that we need to target, and new clientele is also coming in. So overall, it's going good,
yeah.
meeting our expectations.
That's great to hear. Yeah, good to know.
Yeah, and then we are
Yeah,
happy to meet. We are getting opportunity to meet people like you, so that is also there.
yeah, yeah. Pleasure is ours actually. So yeah, we It's a great opportunity to interact with founders directly, then ask our questions, shoot our doubts, and see the product live in terms of the founders actually, because that makes a lot of difference. So marketing stuff is different, and the product founder, what they think and what they built is different actually. So, and also, yeah, I have this question. We used to ask a lot of founders, are you using this product in your company?
Oh, we are the highest users of a product.
Okay, that's
So,
good.
I mean, I use Finder. I think I do at least 30, 40 searches minimum every day. So, um, yeah, yeah, we are one of the biggest users of Finder internally. Yeah.
Yeah, that should be the case as of now. Yeah, hopefully, will somebody will take over that.
Yeah, someday I
Uh,
hope somebody. So there's one user of ours who's actually giving us very strong competition. So that user do at least 15, 18 searches every day. And like some team members of ours are at 10, 12. So now like it's a competition between them and him that can they surpass them or not.
okay, okay, yeah,
Yeah,
they will. Yeah, they're going to love the product, so the search is going to increase actually.
yeah, exactly, exactly. So
And
yeah,
yeah, okay. Personally, I use forgot the name actually. Nimbus Note, that
yeah,
is now rebranded as the Fuse Base.
use base,
That
yeah,
is alternative to Notion.
yeah.
So yeah, I personally I use Notion as well, but with my team I use Nimbus Note, the
Nimbus.
Fuse base. So is there any request came for Nimbus Note integration?
Yes, because FuseBase is a pretty popular product. I think it has a yeah. I've seen
Yeah, a
their
lot of people in the LTD community have got that, and we have been using that from around 3 years, and the product also shaped very well actually. So now a lot of people stick to it. So we are using that. Yeah, I have one use case there actually. Now actually we are handling with multiple clients every day, not just one day,
yeah
like from multiple sources. Can be Upwork, Fiverr, and Skype. Lot of stuff,
yeah
and actually we are segregating the tasks and projects in multiple places. So it's
yeah
a very even though we are streamlining them every day, like support, or we have 5 to 6 channels for support. One is for
yeah
content management, another one is for leads, another one is for client facing. So
yeah
actually we are losing a lot of time in switching between the apps and managing the
yeah.
communication internally, like what about the
Ex-
project. So I am looking, and the another one is like we are doing we have some clients
yeah.
for whom actually we are doing billing based upon the hours.
Oh, okay.
So project based
That
billing monthly.
communication as well.
So when we are collecting at the end of the month, actually we are collecting all the efforts from all the team members
Yeah,
towards that particular project. So that's
yeah,
becoming very time taking and not accurate actually. So
yeah.
yeah, that's why I asked this insights thing.
Yeah. Insight is coming actually. Again, not giving time limit. Insight should be there pretty soon because this is something that we internally can already do. It's just that we need to put it out there and proof check it and stuff like that. So insight is already coming in. But yeah, the question about FuseBase, right? We have received demand for FuseBase. We're seeing that if their search API is working well or not. So we're just testing it. Because for other apps like popular, other popular apps, their search API is pretty good. So we're just testing their search API, and other stuff like that. So that's why cannot give you a date as of now, but yeah, we are working on this.
Yeah, yeah, fine, fine, no issues.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, this is it from our side. I think we are taking a lot of time. I know you will be a lot of you have to answer a lot of questions on AppSumo in communities and everywhere actually during the campaign. So yeah, I don't want to take more time of you, and thank you so much for joining us today again. Hopefully we'll see you again, and all the best for the campaign. Let's be in touch.
Awesome. I love having this conversation today, right? Like, and I loved answering all of those questions and happy to answer any question at any point. I'm at, you can text me on Messenger, or I'm at sarthak at the reducefinder.com, and you can, email me there. So, you can reach out to me in that way as well. But
Sure.
yeah, again, loved talking with you and, everyone here. And yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, same here. See you. Take care.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you, everyone.
yeah,
Yeah.
bye.
Bye.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Mabel, and thanks a lot for everyone, each and everyone who joined the live today. Hope you enjoyed it and you have cleared your doubts and questions with the founder. Thank you so much again for joining us, and keep sharing feedback with me on Facebook Messenger, otherwise in the group, in the community as well. So we'll try to bring more meaningful conversations to our community rather than just something plain and routine. Yeah, thank you so much. This is it from our side, and go and try it yourself with those applications, whatever you are using daily, and hopefully this product saves your time every day. Even if it saves 5 minutes, 10 minutes as well, that is going to help you a lot. Think about the long run actually, not just about 5 minutes. So 5 minutes every day means it's like 35 minutes a month, like week, and then it's like 150 minutes a month, something like that. So we can use that for some reading or some other stuff like that. Yeah, try it yourself and keep sharing your feedback with us in the community. Thank you so much. Good night. Take care.